Hello and welcome to the show. Now, Hilary Abels is here. Very soon on DNTV, you're going to find a dental show coming up, something very different. And that means that over the years, we've seen a spate of medical shows around the world on networks all around the world. But DNTV decided to come up with a dental show. Hilary, funny enough, came for the news audition. Being a dentist, we felt it was not apt for her to do the news. And the news now is that she's going to be doing our dental show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Hilary, we met under very strange circumstances, and that was you came in and you were going to do a news audition as a news reader. Being a dentist, I just didn't see you as a news reader. Firstly, not having the time to do that.
Yes.
And secondly, the fact that you have a special expertise and a particular expertise, we felt it was apt for you to do the dental show. But before we go there, and before our viewers get an introduction into you, we need to know who Hilary is, as I always say. And I always start off with this question, who is Hilary Abels?
Well, I think that I actually live up to my name. My name means cheerful, and I think I am exactly that. I think I'm an optimistic person who's always trying to be positive in life and inspire those around me. I'm a dentist by profession. I've always been interested in drama and in acting. I enjoy doing theatre productions, and that was actually quite a strange day. I saw the audition for the DNTV newsreader. I walked in here and immediately you said, no, this is not for you. So it's been a strange turn of events for me, but it's a big opportunity and something that I'm really looking forward to and excited about.
So I remember that day when I said, this is not for you.
Yes.
Were you not like kind of taken back? Why is this guy saying that?
No, I wasn't. You had a smile on your face, so I thought there was something coming.
Something else is coming up.
Something's going to be happening.
We felt that you're eloquent, you had the TV look, you were confident, and obviously you dedicated. The fact that you're a dentist, you are a dedicated person. And we felt that let's go with something else. But let's start at the beginning. We know that you were at the University of the Western Cape. You have an interest in drama and medical and dental sciences, and that's a strange combination because generally the people on that side are not very drama orientated. But were you the kind of girl that was, you know, sitting in the mirror, putting on the makeup, doing the performing arts in your room, and then deciding later on, I need to be a dentist too? Where did that come from?
No, I don't think I was the type of girl who stood in the mirror or sang in the shower, but I knew that this is what I like doing. I think I became inspired or more drawn to the drama scene in high school. I did a lot of cultural activities. I was in the school newspaper, wrote for the school newspaper. So that creative side of me was actually brought forth in high school already, perhaps a bit in primary school, but more in high school. When I completed my schooling, I felt I needed to do the proper thing. I wanted to study. Because, you know, the media and the drama field is something quite fickle. You either make it or you don't make it, and I didn't see myself just trying to push it and trying to make it my entire life through.
There's throngs of people standing in a line waiting to get in there, and they're all just some type of performer or the other, and you just felt that you're not gonna get in.
Not that I felt that I'm not going to get in. I just felt that I wanted to have something behind my name. I wanted to study.
Yes.
I think I was always more academically inclined, and there wasn't any expectation from the family, from society as a whole, I think, or from the people that I've been surrounding or been surrounded with in life. I think there was an expectation, because I was more academically inclined, that I would study, basically. I think my mom had aspirations of me being a medical doctor, but I just didn't see that happening. I think dentistry is a little bit easier than the medical field. It's a large field, and I think dentistry was something that I was drawn to more than medicine.
Tell us a bit about the upbringing. I know that you grew up in Cape Town, I think, and you are sort of rooted in the community here, now known as community dentist, and so tell us a bit about that upbringing.
Okay, I'm the youngest of
You
7
said
kids.
academic, so I'm not going to say nerdish.
No, I wouldn't say I was nerdish, but I think I like the academic side, I like the cultural side, and I naturally wanted to do well in that. I think when you're an athlete, when you're more sport inclined, you want to do well in sports. So I wanted to do well in academics, in the cultural side of things. So I think there was the added on of the family expectations, but I think personally deep down I wanted to do well academically and I wanted to do well culturally because I thought that was what I was good at, and I think that was identified from a young age, and so naturally I wanted to do well in that. So my upbringing, I'm the youngest of 7 kids. My mom's a single parent. My dad had passed away when I was younger. So I grew up in Belhar, went to primary school in Belhar, attended high school in Bellville, and that's basically, that formed the foundation of where I wanted to be in life, where I saw myself going. I completed my studies in 2006. I was in final year at the University of the Western Cape. I then wanted to get away from home. I felt that I've been in Cape Town all my life, did primary school, high school, university in Cape Town. So I went away for a bit. I did, we have a community service year, which is a compulsory community service year that you complete once you've completed your studies in order to then practice. So I did my community service year in Kimberley, and that was an amazing year. Amazing in terms of your personal growth. I think once you're away from whatever you sheltered from, or from whatever shelters you, like your family or the community that you grew up in, so once you're away, then you do a lot of growth because you're basically on your own. And it's different as opposed to being a university student at Therese, where you're also sort of in that sheltered environment, but it's only once you start working that you realize that this is what life is actually about. So after completing my, my community service here in Kimberley, I then stayed away outside of Cape Town a bit longer. I worked in East London in both private and the government sector. Then I returned to Cape Town at the end of 2011, started as a locum dentist, working for a few practices, and eventually in 2013, then I started my own practice, and that's where I've been ever since until now, until Dean TV.
It's a very strange road that you've gone, and you know everyone has their life story, and many times on the show I find these life stories that make these complete U-turns and 360 degrees. And the funny thing is that you've got 2 interests, and one was the dental side, and the other one was media and drama and that sort of thing. And the one has actually led into the other one. And that's an interesting dynamic. The area that you lived in, Belhar, not so much Belhar, but the Bellville area in Cape Town, is an area that I also come from. And it's strange. Sort of from the same region, probably passing each other by, but there's a time for everything. And maybe that time is now. Maybe you needed to get through a couple of years of practicing to be able to host a TV show. Because I'm sure what you've learned over the couple of years practicing, although you had your qualifications, but that experience will come through on TV, because TV is a place that requires people to have experience in what they do because they're talking to the public. And that's something we're going to discuss just after we go for the break a bit later. But for now, I'm still interested in you as a person. What's the spare time like? What's the interest there? Because we spoke about the dental side, we spoke about the interest in drama. What do you do in your spare time? Everyone's got some spare time.
There's no spare time.
Why am I asking you this question? 5 minutes ago before the show, you asked me, we were talking about that I don't have any time for anything and stuff like that. But I'm sure there's this moment that you, is it reading, is it watching TV? There must be something.
I wish I actually had more time to do a bit more reading. I don't often have time to watch television. I love traveling. I love exploring different places. Cape Town's a beautiful city, our country is a beautiful country. So every so often I try to get away. That's what I like doing, not necessarily during the holiday season, but I like exploring. I like spending time with my family, with my friends. I'm involved in church. I think in the position that I am in, coming from where I've come from, we have a responsibility. I don't know if you feel the same way, but we definitely have a responsibility towards our community, whether it's not necessarily financial, but whether it's time and just being a positive influence to the people that you are surrounding yourself with. And I think media is such a big platform. So That's just what I'll try to do.
It's going to enhance the aspect of you giving back to your community.
Yes, definitely.
And I think perhaps we both have that inclination, and that is that we in media, you in dentistry at the same time, but it's giving back to people all the time. It's being able to make that difference. You see someone with pain, you're able to solve the problem. And that's what we can do with the show also coming up, and that's to make that difference. And I suppose you've got that inclination.
Yes, definitely. I think what we would try to do with the show is, or what my vision is, just basically to educate people and educate them enough to make a change. I mean, the change starts with you. I can be preaching to you, do this and do that, but I mean, if you're not going to be putting it to action, then it would be of no value. So I think the purpose or the vision of the show would be then just to educate people, make them aware of what's happening out there, what treatment options there are, and what can and what cannot be done. I think prevention is the best cure. It's an old saying, but it holds so much truth. It's the best cure. So if you are educated from a young age, if you see your parents doing this, then eventually it would be enough to effect a generational change, basically.
Correct, yes. Hilary, we're going to go on an ad break. When we come back, we're going to chat to Hilary about the show that's coming up, what you can expect to see on the dental show coming up, and just exactly how to get in touch with us so that we can deal with some of the issues that you as viewers don't want us to deal with.